Welcome. I am going to take you through the session of break-even analysis, 5 minutes concept video. This break-even analysis is very important in any business. For example, if you are in the business of a fast food giant, suppose you wanted to open up a fast food giant, you need to understand when you will break even. So precisely what it means is that there are going to be certain costs involved in running a fast food giant, and your objective is to make profit, although you are going to initially invest quite a bit of capital. So let us understand this break-even analysis. It's basically break-even analysis about meeting your fixed costs over a period of time by way of the product what you manufacture and sell. Now let us understand what are the basic elements in break-even analysis. Suppose you wanted to open a fast food joint. What is that you do? First, you go and identify a place and take it for a lease. So the lease could be for 1 year or 2 years. So you will incur an initial cost, a fixed cost, that you are going to pay the rent for a period of few years. And secondly, you will invest on equipments and interiors for making the place receivable and then to the customer. Thirdly, you would spend money on the raw material or the various food that you buy, and then you are going to process and sell. So let us understand how this whole thing is going to be in terms of a graph. So you will have certain fixed cost, that is your leasing the accommodation and the equipments, and you have a variable cost, which is basically depending on the quantity of items you are going to produce and sell. It's going to be directly involved. That's a direct food items and the cost towards that. And also the labor you spend towards making them and serving the customer. Now that adds up to a total cost. You can see that the fixed cost plus the variable cost is the total cost. You can see as a quantity, no matter whether you produce it or not, you have to incur the fixed cost, which is shown by a red line. And as you manufacture and produce, you will be having the variable cost, that is basically the raw material plus the labor, which is proportionately increased as you go and manufacture and sell. So the total cost will be the fixed cost and the variable cost, and that is shown by the yellow line. Now you have to sell this product at a price. So when you spend them, and then when you fix a price, and that is what you get revenue, and that is what is shown by this line. Okay, so naturally your markup price has to be more than your cost that you are incurring, so that as you sell the quantity, your revenue starts building up as shown in the blue line. Now you can see that at some point of time the total cost is overtaken by the revenue, and precisely this is your break-even volume. That means what? At this point of time, when you produce certain quantities of food, over a period of time you keep selling, and then it goes and adjusts towards your fixed cost and variable cost, and at this point of time you are breaking even. That means you are making profit, and therefore this is your loss zone and this will be your profit. So this is what is break-even analysis. Typically in a production environment, break-even analysis is the production volume that is required to run the operation without making loss. In other words, it's the volume of production that meets the total cost of production at any quantity, and at any quantity above this you start getting the profit. So to assess this, what you require is a fixed cost, which is basically investment on manufacturing plant and facilities, and the variable cost, that portion of the cost that varies with every quantity that you produce, material and labor and consumables, and finally the price of the product. in terms of a small example, you can see if the fixed cost involved in certain manufacturing operation, which is about 6 lakhs, and the variable cost is 200, and the sale price is 500, the break-even volume will be 6 lakhs divided by 500 minus 200, which is 300, and 2000. That means what? After the 2000th unit, every unit you produce, you start making profit. And I hope you enjoyed this small presentation on break-even analysis. Thank you.